My elder brother had always been a mystery that even heaven would shake its head at sometimes. A man blessed with money, sense, fine face, and the kind of generosity that made even stingy people rethink their ways, yet he had refused to get married to any of the countless women who adored him. And God in heaven knows there were many. Women naturally gravitated toward him. He was soft-spoken, that type of man whose voice alone could calm a hurricane. He was the kind that tipped waiters 10 times whatever bill they brought. If the bill was 2,000 Nigerian nairas, he was dropping 20,000 Nigerian nairas. If taxi fare was 3,500 Nigerian nairas, he was giving 10,000 Nigerian nairas and telling them to keep the change. People loved him easily, and women? They loved him like bees love honey. But for reasons only known to the throne room of heaven, he just didn't seem to love them back. Whenever a woman tried to get close, he would entertain the conversation politely, maybe for a day or two, then boom, he would fizzle out of their radar like morning dew under hot sun. Not because they lost interest. Oh no. They didn't. They always wanted more. It was he who would gently withdraw himself like a hermit crab returning to its shell. I used to pray small prayers inside my spirit. God, please, let this thing not be a generational curse. Because, if we were being honest, 2 of our uncles, one from my father's side and one from my mother's side, didn't marry until they crossed the age of 40. And their reason? Over-selectiveness. They would see a woman who cooked, cleaned, worked, prayed, had sense, beauty, ambition, yet they would still say, no, she's not the one. My brother was just 32, but as the younger one, I had already started kneeling before Chi Iji Nahuem. This thing must not continue in our lineage. God forbid bad thing. God forbids recycled marital nonsense. One particular Saturday morning, we put on our joggers and went out for our usual run around the estate. The sun was already awake before us, stretching its hot fingers across the sky, but we pressed on. The estate was quiet, the kind of quiet that felt like morning devotion. Birds were humming, a few kids were riding bicycles, and the security guard at the gate greeted us with his too cheerful 6 a.m. voice. Then we saw something unusual. Right there at a corner where nobody had ever sold anything before, we saw a tall, beautiful woman frying akara. It wasn't the regular roadside type of setup where flies would be holding board meetings around the pot. No. This one was clean. Organized. Her table was lined with a neat cloth. Stainless steel bowls. Beautifully arranged loaves of bread, ajij bread, sliced bread, even mini baguettes for people like my brother who always preferred healthy alternatives. The whole place looked like akara boutique. Ah, so we now have someone frying akara in this estate? I asked, squinting. This is my first time seeing her here, my brother said. Then he added, and am I the only one seeing her beauty? I almost choked on my own sweat. Wait, am I hearing well? My elder brother, our dear Mr. I am not moved by fine girls, just complimented a woman? I cleared my throat very loudly, very theatrically. He gave me one side eye, then burst into laughter. When is it now bad to admire a woman, he said. A beg come jor. Let's patronize her. Before I could protest, he dragged me along like a 5-year-old being taken to kindergarten on a Monday morning. When we got there, she was already attending to other customers. She smiled politely at everyone, the kind of smile that could sell anything. Unfortunately, her akara had finished. She was mixing another batch, and right there in front of us, she cracked 5 eggs into the bean paste. 5. Then chopped vegetables, fresh green spring onions, peppers, even a sprinkle of something that looked like parsley. We stood there mesmerized, like we were watching a live cooking show on Food Network. Her presentation was a complete 10 over 10. Branding? On point. Clean nylon wraps. A mini portable warmer keeping the previous batch warm. She wasn't selling akara. She was running a culinary ministry. When she finally finished frying, we bought 3,500 Nigerian nairas worth of akara. My brother was all smiles, smiling like someone receiving a prophecy. He casually asked if she delivered. She giggled softly. No, but that's actually a great idea. I'll implement it soon. I didn't even know when they exchanged numbers. Honestly, I was shocked, but for once, I wasn't jealous. I was hopeful. Because I knew, deep down, this girl might be the final bus stop. Destiny helper. Family breakthrough. The long-awaited marital key. We got home and ate the Acura like communion bread. I kid you not, we ate it with reverence. My brother kept saying, this thing is sweet. But me, I knew it wasn't the Acura that was sweet. It was love that was peppering him. The kind of love that enters your bloodstream quietly, like small paracetamol. By midweek, my brother's mood changed. He was always holding short calls. Always sighing. Always checking his phone. Always frowning small. She's always busy, he complained. I'm trying to get to know her, but she's not giving me the vibe. For me, there was no need to call Angel Michael. I knew exactly who he was talking about. The Acura seller? I asked. He scratched his head. Is it not obvious? If you really want her, you go after her, I said wisely. She already has a life going. She's working. She's hustling. She's not your average waiting and watching girl. Don't expect her to drop everything for you. Plus, girls sabi do shakara. He scoffed. Let her carry her shakara and go. I don't have strength to beg. My job is already stressful. I burst into laughter. Oga CEO is finally stressed. Or is it that you're just upset this one is not throwing herself at you like the others? I love her already. She is representing the sisterhood well. Chew. That's how you all will grow old. Doing shakara up and down. What's the point when you'll still say yes in the end, he muttered. Well, I replied, walking away dramatically, you and I will grow old together. Because both of us are still single, and the streets is cold. By the next Saturday, when we went jogging again, there she was. Our estate celebrity Acura seller. I told my brother to follow me, let's go and patronize our girl. He hissed. Take money and go. I don't want to see that shakara girl today. I laughed because finally, my brother had met his match. I got to her stand and expected the usual greeting, but instead she asked. Where's your boyfriend? He didn't come today? Ah. I smiled. So that's why she was forming shakara. She thought my brother was my boyfriend. She was trying to avoid being accused of flirting with someone's man. Sisterhood will be proud of this girl, a beg. I smiled widely and said, no. He's my elder brother. Her eyes opened like 2 tins of peak milk. Oh. I didn't know. Please thank him for me. I started taking orders as he suggested, and it's been mind-blowing. His idea really helped me. Please thank him. I shook my head, still smiling. I won't give him your message. She looked surprised. Why? Because you should tell him yourself. Call him. She blushed lightly and nodded. Okay then. I added Jara to your Acura. It's for him. As I walked back, I was glowing like someone who just won a scholarship. I narrated every single detail to my brother. He tried to form a straight face, but the blush that spread across his cheeks betrayed him. He was smiling like someone whose crush just liked his Instagram picture. The Acura girl eventually called that afternoon. Her name was Vanessa. From thank you calls to little check-in messages. From light chatting to actual conversations. From conversations to dates. From jogging past her stand to walking hand in hand like 2 characters in a Netflix romantic series. My brother later told me that aside from frying Acura, Vanessa ran a thriving dropshipping business from China. She only started selling Acura because she noticed a need in the estate. People left early for work and had no time to cook breakfast. Her approach wasn't poverty-driven hustle. No. It was strategy. And because she was intentional, clean, and brand conscious, her profits were massive. One day, during a tea date, my brother asked her a question that exposed her mind like a treasure chest. If I gave you 100 million Nigerian nairas, what would you invest in? He told me later that he used that question to assess financial intelligence. Her answer stunned him. I'd build a park and resort, she said, where lovers, families, and children can spend quality time, unwind, and reconnect. There will be picnic spots, gardens, play areas, quiet corners for couples, and of course, a ticket system. And in one corner, I'll have an akara and bread breakfast joint for early visitors. It will add extra revenue. My brother said at that moment, he knew. He just knew. Other women had told him they would buy wigs, tour the world, shop till they faint, buy iPhones, pepper the streets, but Vanessa? Vanessa was thinking industry, legacy, tourism, family, generational income. She wasn't just wife material. She was industry material. They courted for a year. A beautiful year full of peace, laughter, purpose, prayers, teasing, small quarrels, apologies, and growth. Then, as destiny would have it, they got married. On their wedding day, I danced until my legs almost fell off. How would I not? This was my only brother. My big brother. Nwanam Nwoke. The brother I had prayed for, cried for, worried for, dragged to jogs, teased, mocked, and supported. Seeing him find love, it was one of the sweetest gifts God could give me. And as for me? I know my own right man is somewhere close. Maybe not frying akara, but somewhere around the corner, holding purpose in one hand and destiny in the other. But for now, I'm just grateful my brother found his own. A woman of value. A woman of vision. A woman who didn't beg for attention, but held her dignity like a crown. Sometimes, love doesn't come in shiny packaging. Sometimes, love comes quietly, frying akara under the morning sun. Sometimes, the person with the biggest vision is the one society least expects. Shakara is not pride, it's value. Not every woman is desperate, some are discerning. And sometimes, it's the woman who appears small that carries destiny in her palms. May our brothers marry women of worth. May we ourselves become people of value. Because when love meets purpose, now that time the real Akara Day sweet.